All right, get started. So today we're going to talk about Maryland residential photovoltaic systems. My name is Mary Claire. I did a cost breakdown of how much it would cost, the type of system that we would be installing, and yeah.
And my name is Thor Iverson. I focus more on incentives, basically Maryland incentives, both the property tax incentive and also the solar sales tax incentive.
My name is Olivia Thu, and I worked on the Baltimore County property tax credit for solar and geothermal devices.
Hi, I'm Sun Yongge, and I focus on the federal solar tax, the credit in this part.
And then we also have another presenter named Darcy, and she's going to talk about net metering. So let's get into it. So you, the client, have the goal to fully power your home with solar generated energy, and then wanted your system to have the capability to sell any excess energy generated back to the grid. You live in Baltimore with a 1,622 square foot home. So the square footage of your home is a pretty good indicator of your roof size. And your electricity usage is 1,156 kilowatts per month. So that brings your electricity bill for a family of three to $227.52 a month. Nice little picture of your house. So I decided on a system using SunPower M series 415 watt 60 cell residential solar panels. You can fit about 40 to 50 on your 1,600 square foot roof, but we only need 22 to generate enough electricity to fully power your home and then some. So this system is a 10 kilowatt photovoltaic system, and it's capable of generating 1,224 kilowatt hours per month and 14,688 kilowatt hours per year. So some things that factored into your energy needs is Maryland's number of peak sun hours, which is roughly around 4.5. So the system must generate 40 kilowatt hours a day in order to meet your needs, which is 10 kilowatt hours for every hour of sunlight. And this is not taking into account cloudy days, unusually rainy weather, or the changes in the seasons. This is just the average. So for the system that I propose, which is the SunPower M series, they're highly efficient solar panels, and they cost roughly around $3.91 per watt. So that brings your total cost for a 10 kilowatt hour system to $35,698 to purchase. But that is not factoring in the federal tax credit. So I want to look a little deeper into how much this is going to cost with the federal tax credit and how this can save you money. So for the SunPower M series solar panels, we already said it's $3.91 per watt, but the wattage generated by 22 solar panels is 9,130 watts, and multiply that by the cost per watt, and that's your 35,000 number. But 30% of 35,000 is 10 grand. So you could save 10 grand with the federal tax credit. And that brings your final cost to $24,999, so roughly around 25 grand. And your current electricity bill, which is $2,730 per year, that'll take you roughly 9 years for the system to pay for itself. So, which is a lot less time than you think it is.
All right, so more than just Maryland, Baltimore County specifically has a special property tax credit for solar and geothermal devices. And with that, you could save up to a maximum of $5,000, which or 50% of the cost of the system, whichever of the 50% is less. So you could save quite a lot more money on the cost of the system as well. With the tax credit being available to be claimed any year, not exceeding like 12 months prior to the initial application of the credit. And the access credit can be carried up to 2 additional years, which will save you quite a lot of money on your property taxes as well.
And then back to the wider scale, back to the statewide scale. This is a tax incentive that was put in place by the state government, and basically we know that installing solar panels has a direct increase on the value of your home because solar panels cost money and they save you electricity. So in the end, it makes your home value go up more. But thanks to the state incentive, you don't have to pay property taxes for the percentage of your home value that is solar panels, and you don't have to take any extra steps. You automatically get this when you install solar panels on your property. It's pretty beneficial because it kind of takes away like a barrier of worrying about having to pay more if you install on your home. You can just not have to worry about paying more, and you automatically, your house is automatically worth more. You don't have to pay more in taxes. So it kind of takes away that barrier. People worried about having to pay more in taxes, having to install PVs. It helps statewide. Everyone in Maryland gets this solar property tax incentive. And then another statewide tax incentive within Maryland is the sales tax incentive. And this incentive allows you to forego 100% of the sales tax on solar systems within Maryland. So basically, however much you're paying on your solar panels to buy and install on your home, you don't have to pay any of the 6% of Maryland sales tax. So if you buy a really expensive PV system, you can save a lot of money, at least to an average of about $1,600 in savings, because like it says right there, the average system in Maryland is around $27.5 thousand. But obviously, if you don't get a more expensive system, then you're going to lead yourself to more savings in the sales tax. And this is applied by and administered by the Comptroller of Maryland, and they basically apply these incentives to try to get citizens of Maryland and the cities within Maryland to really jump the gun and actually hop on renewables. And Maryland's one of the best states with one of these incentives, because you look at other states like North Carolina, we don't have as many incentives like these. And also, this picture right here shows the Maryland flag in a solar panel, just combination of the future of Maryland. Yeah.
For federal solar tax credit in Maryland, it is a time-limited policy that offers a tax credit to individuals and businesses who purchase solar systems. This credit can be deducted from federal income taxes, thereby reducing the installation cost of solar systems. In August 2022, Congress extended the ITC, raising it to 30% for systems installed from 2022 to 2032. It will then drop to 26% for systems installed in 2033 and 22% for those installed in 2034. Unless Congress extends it again, the tax credit will start to expire in 2035. In Maryland, the benefits of the federal solar tax credit are mainly manifested in the following aspects. The first one is reducing the cost of solar systems. ITC can offset part of the installation cost of solar systems, making solar systems more affordable. The second one is encouraging the use of solar energy. By providing economic incentives, ITC encourages more families and business to choose solar energy, thereby promoting the development of the solar industry. The third one is environmental protection. Solar energy is a renewable energy resource. Using solar energy can reduce dependence on fossil fuels, thereby reducing greenhouse gas emissions, which is beneficial to environmental protection. The fourth one, sorry, can go on to the next slide? Okay, thank you. The fourth one is saving energy costs. Installing solar systems can help families and business save energy costs, especially in Maryland. Due to the relatively high electricity prices in the state, installing solar systems can help users save a lot of electricity costs. The next one is increasing house value. Research shows that the houses with solar systems installed are usually worth more than houses without solar system installed. Therefore, installing solar systems can not only save energy costs, but also increase the value of the house. The last one is creating job opportunities. The solar industry is a rapidly growing industry, creating a large number of job opportunities in Maryland. In summary, the Federal Solar Tax Credit, ITC, in Maryland plays an important role in promoting the use of solar energy, reducing energy costs, protecting the environment, increasing house value, and creating job opportunities. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Darcy, and my area of expertise is solar net metering in Maryland. So Maryland's solar net metering policy allows solar owners to sell excess energy back to the grid in exchange for credits that can then be used to offset future electricity bills. So for example, during the summer months when you're producing more energy than you're using, you are able to build up credits, and then those credits can be used later in the year when there's less light, like such as in the winter. And it helps to offset the costs of you getting energy from the grid. So it helps you to get the most out of your electricity that you're producing at your home, and just offset any extra costs that you might have. So net metering is open to residential and commercial systems under 5 megawatts, and all utilities are required to credit owners at the full retail rate. So this means that once the crediting period has ended, and if you had excess generation, the utility is required to give you the full monetary value back that they charged their customers for the energy that you produce. So they're not making money off of your energy, and it's just another reason why you're able to make the investment back in those solar panels and the money that you receive for excess generation. And then I've just provided a few links on this page as well that are beneficial to someone considering a residential rooftop solar system. So it provides more information about policies and incentives that go along with residential solar systems. In addition, for the benefits of net metering, in Maryland, customers use the utility grid as somewhat of a battery storage for excess energy. This goes for a lot of other net metering policies in other states as well. And so this is in the form of credits, as I had mentioned on the previous slide. In addition, in Maryland, there are 2 net excess generation credit options. The first is a 12-month period. This is when the utility pays the customer the dollar value for any accrued excess generation at the end of the period, which is in April for Maryland. There's also the indefinite method, which the customer's excess generation is carried forward indefinitely or until the customer decides to change their account to the 12-month period or to close the account. And then in addition, residential customers also have less expensive interconnection with the utility. This is because for net metering, there's only one single standard meter required, and this single meter measures the energy that you're putting into the grid and taking out from the grid. So it's a very simple and cost-effective way to net meter and interconnect with the utilities. And then on the right, I have a table that shows the excess generation credit payouts to residential and commercial customers in Maryland for the different utilities. So this is the 12-month period that ended in April of 2020. And I put a star next to the Baltimore Gas and Electric Company. And then as you can see, for the residential net metering payouts, it was over $800. So there's a lot of money that goes into this, and you can be part of it if you decide to install and net meter a system on your own home. So in conclusion, there are lots of benefits and incentives in owning a rooftop solar system in Maryland. So I hope that you found this proposal very beneficial in helping you make this decision on whether you're going to pursue a rooftop solar system at your house. And then here are all of our references.